Well, we've played 5 games, 0 wins. So clearly we're no good at Football Manager, and we're going to need your help in building this team. Now, I've seen other people with Watford, they're not struggling the same way that I am. They've got Watford somewhere around mid-table, but let's break down kind of what is going on. Maybe in the comments section you can give me your thoughts, because let's help me out here. As a seasoned FM player, this has been challenging with my own Watford team. So let's go into the schedule. Let's have a little look. Obviously, pre-season friendlies, yes, they gave an insight and the formation was working, but let's get rid of that and let's just have a look. So the first game of the season was a 2-2 draw against Palace, when I was like, all right, that's not bad at all, especially considering they scored in the 85th minute to get the point. Then we play Man City away. I mean, it's a throwaway game, 5-0, and we had a man sent off. Then we sneak through MK Dons 3-3, kind of rotate the squad a little bit. Then not only did we then have Man City, we then have Liverpool. So you're thinking, okay, we've played Palace, Man City and Liverpool. Lose 2-0. No, not really a disrespectful score there. And then we play Tottenham. So we played Man City, Liverpool and Spurs and lost the first 3 league games. And so, lost the first 2 out of 3 league games. We weren't really in that game against Spurs. Then we throw out a rotated team again against Wolves, and we just finished with a 1-1 draw to Southampton. And they were obviously one of the teams that you're thinking, okay, Southampton at home should be a win if you have a tactic and a formation that's working for you. So next up is Brentford. Again, we're thinking Brentford at home, 3 points, but Brentford are sitting second in the table, so this is not going to be easy at all. Transfers, let's look at what we did in the transfer market for Watford. We decided to bring in Trevor Chalobah on loan, the young centre-back from Chelsea. We sold a bunch of centre-backs, so we needed to reinforce. We sold William Troost-Ekong, Kabasele and Craig Cathcart, 3 centre-backs that are currently at the team, and we've binned them off. We sold, we've let Ashley Fletcher go back to the Championship. He's on loan at West Brom. We sold Adam Messina. So then we brought in a left back to support Danny Rose, and here is Ayrton Lucas. I like a lot about Ayrton Lucas here. Really good physicals for an attacking fullback. Pace of 16, acceleration of 17, technique of 15. He's got crossing and dribbling. So if you're looking for an attacking wide left wing back, which is what we are, then he was pretty good. In terms of career stats, he was out in Russia for Spartak Moscow, and we've picked him up for 5.5 million. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be good. Then we brought in a Dutch player, Richard Lee Bazoa, and here he is. He was Wolfsburg spent 10.5 million on him a few years ago. He was in Vitesse, so we've brought him in. We needed a bit more ability in there. Now, the things I do like about him, one I like is that he's got an ambitious personality. He comes in as the 2nd rated centre midfielder in the club. He's got a bit about him as a ball winning midfielder, technique of 15, work rate of 15, teamwork of 14, aggression and bravery up there too. Now we've brought him in, spent 4 million, and he's now worth between 7.8, 11 million. So I like a lot about Bazoa. And then we went back to our good old friends Udinese, and we brought in a right back on loan. He's worth between 17 and 21 million, and we're only paying 7.5k a week in wages to bring him in. So he is kind of balancing time between Kiko Femina and Ngakia. In terms of the tactics, we've been looking at a couple, 3 to be precise. This was the one we started with, kind of a 4-3-3, cautious, trying to be counter-attacking, and we've not really made it click. This formation, for those of you that followed the Buxy C save, This was our 4-4-2, which was highly successful in bringing us from level 10 to the Prem. And then the other night I was just playing around with having about 7-8 players behind the ball and just leaving 3 up front. Massive gaps here. I haven't really spent a lot of time in this one, but if we could get this one to work, maybe even we push these in here, and you're thinking, okay, that might be all right too. So we've got a bit of a plan. We're going to play Brentford in 6 days' time. So here we are. It's Brentford at home. This is the team we've picked. We've gone with a 4-4-2, and we've decided to go with Danny Rose at left back, Molina at right back, young Trevor Chavela and Siriauta in the centre back positions, Ayrton Lucas and Sissoko on the wings, with Kucha and Lauza in the centre midfield. João Pedro gets the start as the DLP, deep lying forward. And then Josh King is the advanced forward. So here we go. Let's see what happens with Brentford at home. Now they're sitting second in the table, so that is also something for us to think about. We've still searching for our first win. So again, comments in the section. Tell me what it is I'm doing wrong. Don't hold back. and there you go. A couple of things that I should share about the save as well. Newcastle. Now Newcastle brought in, as I'm sure with many of your saves, brought in Brendan Rodgers, was replaced by, Gattuso replaced him at Leicester, and this was their transfer history. So they brought in Maxi Gomez for 35 million, and then they brought in Renan Lodi. So they brought in some players worth about only 85. Yeah, so they spent around about 60 million there. So share with me the kind of save, or the transfers that you're seeing in your saves. Always good to share what's going on. Okay, here's our team selection. We've got some real good options off the bench. We've got Emmanuel Dennis that could play in right midfield, but I figured I'd play the more aggressive Sissoko here. I'm just going to put him on a support role, just so that we're a little more kind of defensive. All right, here we go. We're going to go into the dressing room, tell the lads, see if we can get that confidence up. I think that's a big part of getting a underperforming team. I want to be impressed. Well, I'd say they turn up thick and thin, and then let's just got faith in them to make a difference. And here we go. Send the assistant. Things like the tunnel interviews, they get old real quick, so I kind of just forward that on to my assistant. Here's Brentford. They're going with a 5-3-2. All right, and let's see if we can expose that 5. That table does not look good. Watford at the bottom, Brentford in 4th place, and let's skip that. Here we go. Come on, the Orns. What have we got? Who does the first highlight go to? Watford or Brentford? Let's see. So far, no highlights and only one shot for the Hornets. In terms of the match engine, I've been pleasantly surprised about just the incremental improvements from each football manager. If you was to go back and play FM20 and then come and play FM22, you would see a big difference. I've really enjoyed just the small little skill pieces. I've enjoyed just the different kind of movements of the players and the finishes. Well, here we go. First highlight in the 43rd minute of the game. Long ball into Sissoko has not worked. Brentford on the edge of the box. Christian Norgard with a long distance shot. That's something else that I've seen in this Football Manager edition, the match engine. I've noticed that set pieces are really important as always, and I've also noticed that long distance shots seem to go in more frequently than not. Now, we haven't really done anything here with this tactic, so I think we're going to get into them a little bit. Point the finger, I want to see a much better display, and then we'll just say, keep going, we've got the ability. I think we'll just throw it in a different tactic. It's not really something I like to do, to chop and change massively between different formations. But I figured, you know what, let's let's just mess around with it a bit. So, okay, we've got Josh King. We're going to put him as the forward. João Pedro is going to come off. He's on a yellow card. And we're just going to put in our Richard Lee Bazoa sitting in that position. Switch these two over. And I think Danny Rose is going to come off. Let's bring on Emmanuel Dennis. Now, some of you are probably thinking, you know what, where's Ismail Assar? Ismail Assar is injured. Something else that I've seen a lot in the save so far is the number of injuries that I've been receiving. Clearly, I'm working them too hard in practices. All right, here we go. Brentford with the ball. Can we win the ball off of them, or is this going to be a straight Brentford highlight? Okay, Backman with it. Long ball over the top to King, and that's easy to switch up. All right, Emmanuel Dennis off the bench, going down the left flank, cross it in. And Lucas, the left full back, and that has got to be a penalty. Yes, thank you very much. An opportunity for us to get into the game. What's there to check? Yeah, exactly. Here we go, penalty. Now, I haven't done any of the penalty takers. Let's see who steps up to take it. It's Kucha. And he scores. I wasn't that confident. It's 1-1. He looks confident and placed his effort exactly where he wanted to. All right, 1-1, back in again. Skip that. Let's give him a shout and let's praise them for getting a goal back in. Here we go, highlight for Brentford. Rico Henry in the corner, crosses it. We've missed the header. It's back into Brentford, and Ivan Toney with a free header in the box there. That is no good. Okay, we've got around about 30 minutes left of this game, and we might need to be making another change. Oh no, let's let this highlight play out. And Lucas with the throw-in into Lauser, nods it on, and Brentford clear. Siriauta into Chabala, into Bazoa with a bit of time, out to Lucas. Get down that flank, Ayrton. Crosses it in. Ooh, Sissoko got up at the back post. Corner to Brentford. Now every corner highlight, telling you, defending set pieces is going to be something to really focus on. If you don't get it right, you're going to concede a lot of goals. Certainly, that's what I found. Okay, pause. Let's go and see what we can do off the bench here. I think we do this. We're going to play Josh King over on the inside forward, Emmanuel Dennis over there as the wide winger, and then let's bring on Cucho Hernandez. Little team talk, have faith, go out, make the difference. Come on, boys, let's go. Little shout of demand more. Let's see what that does. 15 minutes to go. Can we get anything out of this game? We have got a point so far. We want all three. We're going from positive, we're going to attacking, and it's a corner. It's a corner to the boys. Here we go. Let's go on it. It's Lucas. Dennis heads it wide. Come on. Demand more again. Boys are on red hearts. They are tired. And it's a point. We have secured a point. Look at that. So clearly, first half, not really that good. Second half, we should have won that game based on the XG. Okay, a point at home to Brentford. Where does that put us in the table? Let's have a look. Let's see. Send the assistant to these things. Where are we? We're still rock bottom. 3 points after 6 games, and this is going to be a struggle. Again, leave some comments in the section. Tell us what we need to do. I'm not going to do a plug-in play formation. We're going to build it up. We want to utilize the 3 quick forwards that we've got. We'd love to sit deep and hit on the counter. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been One Club Champ, and we'll see how we go.